What's up, people, and welcome back to Bcray, right? So, I said in the earlier vlog that I was gonna get down today and just give a little, give a little feeling of how I give a little understanding of how I feel about getting out of the military. That's what I was trying to get to. Don't be judging me. My words sometimes go, but it is a weird feeling. I think the first thing that comes to my mind is excitement, but it also comes with a little sadness and a little, I would say a little mixed feelings, if that makes sense. I think the reason why I said it is because those of y'all that know, I've been in the military for 25 years. I joined the military back when I was 19 years old, and now I'm 40 some years old, and it is a mixed feelings, right? So when I joined the military, my original goal was join the military was just do one contract and get out. The main reason for me joining the military was to prove my uncle wrong that I could make it in the military, like get past basic training. My uncle told me I was too spoiled to get past basic training. So if you know me well, I'm a person that likes to do stuff that people say I can't do. So I went and did it, and then Lord knows and behold, I ended up doing 25 years. That's crazy. It's freaking crazy because I didn't even know I didn't even know the direction I was going to go in when I even joined this military period. So that's one of the things that makes me so thankful that I even thankful for my uncle saying that, and thankful for him just to push me into the military without literally saying, "Durham, go to the military." You know, I couldn't have did this without the support of my parents. That's the big thing. Support of my parents is probably one of the biggest thing ever. With them always telling me to keep going, don't stop, keep going, don't stop, keep going, don't stop. That means the whole world, as well as my sister and my little bad niece. But they always gave me the support that I need, and they've always have been there to support me through everything. Matter of fact, they've been with me this whole military career. They've been with me for the whole 25 years, and that is ironic. The reason why I said it's kind of a sad day because I've met some fantastic people along the way. I tell you, I met some fantastic people, and I'm gonna kind of break it down like this, right? So when I joined, I had to learn to listen to people. That was the hard part. Listen to people and do what they tell me to do, right? And get in my mind to understand that they was there to help and assist and not to hurt, right? And then they were there to train and teach you what you need to do just in case that day ever comes that you have to go to war. Because most of you know I joined during there was peace. I truly joined for the seeking out past basic training and pay for my college. That's the reason. That's the main two reasons I joined. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, I joined to in the world. No, it was never like that. That was never in my. That was never in the back of my mind. We've been a war. We've been a country that was coming out of war, going into peacetime. So peacetime. So that was like the best time to join the military. That was like the best time to join, and it was great. You know, as I went up in ranks, PV1 to doggone PV2, PV3. Most of that time, most of my PV2 and PV3 time was spent in Korea. Bro, I didn't do nothing in Korea. I didn't know nothing about the Army in Korea. I worked for, I think, an E5, and it was a civilian guy there. And that's really all I did. And I met the other E6 that was down in another spot in Korea. And I really did nothing. They, like, the unit will go out to the field and do exercise, and I'm back in my barracks room, kicked up, chilling, and telling myself, hey, no drinking, we didn't exercise. Once again, I didn't drink back then, so it was a good thing, you know? And then getting to see another country right off of AIT and that was Korea. That was scary for somebody who never left the United States, who never ever left the United States, who never ever left Virginia for that case, something going to South Carolina, go to basic training. But it was an amazing thing, and I think I did not take it in so much because I really didn't do much when I was over there. I did went and saw, I think it was the Blue Palace, and I saw a couple things here and there, but I didn't get a chance to really take in most of the culture that Korea has to offer, and I did not go to the DMZ. You're not like, hey, he ain't trying to shoot me, but I did not get a chance to go to the DMZ. So it was just things that I did not get a chance to do. But it was just having that experience to go to see how someone else lived outside the United States. So that was good. Coming back and then PCS and coming back to brag, it was shell shock to me, you know. My best friend always told me I never knew what the real army was until I got to brag, and that was probably the real army right there. Like, going to a conventional unit where you have a squad leader, you have a platoon leader, you have a platoon sergeant, you have you have a first sergeant, you have everything, and everything is right there. You go to the motor pool, they check your uniform. It was the basic army stuff that I learned when I had came in, and it was an amazing thing for somebody who didn't know much about the military coming from Korea, because I didn't do any of that stuff in Korea. I just came to work, did my job, and went home, and that wasn't much work because the civilian guy did most of the work. But it was what's up, people, and welcome back to Bcray, right? So I said in the earlier vlog that I was gonna get down today and just give a little, I guess give a little feeling of how give a little understanding of how I feel about getting out of the military. That's what I was trying to get to. Don't be judging me. My words sometimes go, but it is a weird feeling. I think the first thing that comes to my mind is excitement. But it also comes with a little sadness and a little, I would say a little mixed feelings, if that makes sense. I think the reason why I said it is because those y'all that know, I've been in the military for 25 years. I joined the military back when I was 19 years old, and now I'm 40 some years old, and it is a mixed feelings, right? So when I joined the military, my original goal was join the military was to just do one contract and get out. The main reason for me joining the military was to prove my uncle wrong that I could make it in the military, like get past basic training. My uncle told me I was too spoiled to get past basic training. So if you know me well, I'm a person that likes to do stuff that people say I can't do. So and I went and did it, and then Lord knows and behold, I ended up doing 25 years. That's crazy. That's freaking crazy, because I didn't even know I didn't even know the direction I was going to go in when I even joined this military period. So that's one of the things that makes me so thankful that I even thankful for my uncle saying that, and thankful for him just to push me into the military without literally saying, Daryl, go to the military. I couldn't have did this without the support of my parents. That's the big thing. Support of my parents is probably one of the biggest thing ever. Them always telling me to keep going, don't stop, keep going, don't stop, keep going, don't stop. That means the whole world, as well as my sister and my little bad niece. But they always gave me the support that I need, and they've always have been there to support me through everything. Matter of fact, they've been with me this whole military career. They've been with me for the whole 25 years, and that is ironic. The reason why I said it's kind of a sad day, because I've met some fantastic people along the way. I tell you, I met some fantastic people, and I'm gonna kind of break it down like this, right? So when I joined, I had to learn to listen to people. That was the hard part. Listen to people and do what they tell me to do, right? And get in my mind to understand that they was there to help and assist and not to hurt, right? And then they was there to train and teach you what you need to do, just in case that day ever comes that you have to go to war. Because most of you know I joined during there was peace. I truly joined for the seeking out past basic training and pay for my college. That's the reason. That's the main two reasons I joined. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you, yeah, you know, I joined to in the world. No, it was never like that. That was never in my. That was never in the back of my mind. We've been a war, we've been a country that was coming out of war, going into peacetime. So peacetime. So that was like the best time to join the military. That was like the best time to join, and it was great. You know, as I went up in ranks, you know, PV1 to doggone PV2, PV3. Most of that time, most of my PV2 and PV3 time was spent in Korea. Bro, I didn't do nothing in Korea. I didn't know nothing about the Army in Korea. I worked for, I think, an E5, and it was a civilian guy there, and that's really all I did. And I met the other E6 that was down in another spot in Korea, and I really did nothing. Like, the unit will go out to the field and do exercise, and I'm back in my barracks room, kicked up, chilling, talking about, hey, no drinking, we didn't exercise. Once again, I didn't drink back then, so it was a good thing, you know? And then getting to see another country right off of AIT and that was Korea. That was scary for somebody who never left the United States, who never ever left the United States, who never ever left Virginia for that case, you know, something going to South Carolina, go to basic training. But it was an amazing thing, and I think I did not take it in so much because I really didn't do much when I was over there. I did went and saw, I think it was the Blue Palace, and I saw a couple things here and there, but I didn't get a chance to really take in most of the culture that Korea has to offer, and I did not go to the DMZ. You're not like, hey, he ain't trying to shoot me. But I did not get a chance to go to the DMZ, so it was just things that I did not get a chance to do. But it was just having that experience to go to see how someone else lived outside the United States. So that was good. Coming back, and then PCS and coming back to Bragg, it was shell shock to me, you know. You know, my best friend always tell me I never knew what the real Army was until I got to Bragg, and that was probably the real Army right there. Like, you know, going to a conventional unit where you have a squad leader, you have a platoon leader, you have a platoon sergeant, you have you have a first sergeant, you have everything, and everything is right there. You go to the motor pool, they check your uniform. It was the basic Army stuff that I learned when I had came in, and it was an amazing thing for somebody who didn't know much about the military coming from Korea, because I didn't do any of that stuff in Korea. I just came to work, did my job, and went home, you know. And that wasn't much work because the civilian guy did most of the work. But it was amazing, you know. Then getting to Bragg, and I think that's when I started meeting most of my friends that are still my friends today. Like my friends like Moore, who really took me up under his wing when I first got there. He scared me, but he took me up under my wing. The reason why I say he scared me because they put me in a truck. They put me in an LMTV, made me do night ops with somebody I don't know, and if you know Moore, you know he's he can be a loose cannon at times. So, but the love he showed me was unconditional. It was probably one of the best. It was probably one of the best people I met at first. Then I started running into people like William Webb, who's still my friend today. Jefferson, who was my he worked in the early room. And him and Moore stayed on me about just staying on track and doing right things. When I met Webb, I met William Webb, I met J-Rock, I met Wiley, I met who was it? Robinson, Gustus. When I met all those people, it's one more, Mackenzie. When I met all those people, it took me from the shy girl that no one knew to like, let's get out here, let's go to the club, let's party, let's just live our lives in our 20s, and that's exactly what I did, man. It was, oh man, I take my time at Bragg was like my freshman year of college. That's how I look at it. My freshman year of college was my time at Bragg, because God knows I partied from sun up to sundown during there most of the week. Goodness gracious, we started out on Friday partying. That was to sports bar. Saturday we out in the clubs on Saturday. That's either 910, you know, Big Apple, wherever it was at Bragg. There was a party going on. We was there. We knew people were there. And then Sunday, if we did not have to work, we out in the clubs on Sunday. If we had to work on Monday, it was just a chill day on Sunday, rehashing what happened over the weekend, and you know, just everything like that. But the friendships that I bonded there is like, it's like something that will always stay for life, man. Like I like me, Jeff, Moore, and Murph, my other homegirl. We're all in a group chat, and we just talk about. They just talk about anything. Most of the time, I get to the group chat late because I'm in Hawaii, and by the time I get on it, I'm too late. I just read what they're talking about, and then I just move my merry little way. Then I would text Webb every now and then, and Webb would quick to tell me, "Don't freaking text me, call me." We part of that generation where we call each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. I stay on the phone with him. God knows. I think last time we was on the phone for like 3 hours, and we talked about so much stuff, man. It's just. That's the friendship bonds you make in the military, and that's that mixed bag of feelings that I talked about earlier. That's that mixed bag of feelings, right? And then I went off the drill. I went to drill sergeant school. I became a drill. That was probably one of the most awarding job I could have in the military, right? People say, "Oh my God, drill sergeant is so hard. It takes up so much of your time," and it do. I'm not gonna lie, it really do. But the reward when you get these soldiers or these civilians, and then you work with them for like 9 whole months, and then you graduate them. 9 weeks, and then you graduate them. You feel so proud as you see them walk down the parade field or wherever you feel so proud because you're like, this is what I did. This is what I did, and this is what their hard work pays off for them, you know. And it's just so rewarding. Like, these people could not march now; they're just marching like it's no tomorrow. You know, well, they still ain't that good at it, but they're marching. You know, and it makes you feel good inside. Once again, it goes back to that mixed bag of feelings. You know, and then after that, I came to Hawaii for the first time. I ran into a lot of people here in Hawaii the first time. I ran into people like Mike, Demetrius, Odell, Ron, Anthony. God knows so many people. I can't even name everybody. Homegirl, I can't think of her name. And it's just had a birthday. Dougie. Oh, my girl Dougie. She was my girl. She was my girl Dougie. Oh man, it was just so many people that I ran into. The Stalworths. Oh man, that was so much fun here the first time, and I fought coming here. Like, I did not want to come to Hawaii. I did not want to come to Hawaii at all. I didn't want to go nowhere near Hawaii because I'm too far away from home. I was far away from home first. Now I'm even far away from home. But just that family, that family we built here could never change. You know what I'm saying? That family could never ever change. And once again, it goes to that mixed bag again, like that mixed bag of feelings when you meet all these wonderful people. Then I left Hawaii, went with JBLM, and then I met more people. Like, I finally got a chance to do my job. I finally got a chance to do the job the Army said I'm going to do as a 12 Yankee. And that's when I met people like Faith. I think she's Sergeant Major Faith. I can't think of her last name now. I met her. Such a good role model when it comes to females. Just not even females, just leaders. Period. Very good role model. I ran into Gilligan. Gilligan. He taught me so much. He's retired now, but he taught me so much about just this job alone. I cannot say I would not be where I'm at today if it probably wasn't for Pat Murphy. Oh man, that dude took a hard-headed person like me and taught me how to be an NCOIC of a GON cell. And if y'all knows me very well, y'all know I learn slow and my head can be kind of hard at times, man. But he took the time to teach me a lot of stuff. And I'm not gonna say he did it the nice way. Like, he did it by, hey, go out there and brief. And I embarrassed myself so bad that day, you know. But it was a lesson mixed into it, you know, forcing me to write op orders. You know what I'm saying? You know stuff you learn in school, but you just check the block so you can get out of school. Never think you have to do it again. But he taught it to me. Then he had another one officer read it and tear it up. You know, it's like breaking you down but not to the point to where you're like on the ground, break you down enough to where you're on your knees, and then take that time to build you back up. And that's exactly what he did. And then by the time he left, I had to run that shop by myself. It was just, man, he gave me that foundation to be that E7 12 Yankee that I am today, and I cannot thank him for that. You know what I'm saying? But keeping on to the people that I met when I was there, I met how's I met so many people there. I can't even start to name a lot of the people that I met, but I met some great soldiers there, and once again, like, great soldiers, man. I met can't think of none of my soldiers right now that I met when I was there. I met Henry, he was there. You know, I met all my golfs, and that's the time I learned what a golf do. For the golfs that, if you are watching me, you are watching any 35 golf that I've worked with, and you are watching this right now, I can't say but thank you so much, because y'all taught me so much, and you trusted my decisions when it came to your MOS, and it wasn't even, I didn't know the word I was talking about, but y'all trusted me, and then you also took the time to sit down and teach me a lot of stuff too. God knows, the golfs do a lot of stuff as much as the 12 Yankees do, and as a leader, if you don't learn what they do, you're down that river. You can be down that river just lost, you know what I'm saying? Just lost. To the 35 tangos that I worked with, oh my God, Matthias, P, God knows, man. It was so many who just, that Llewellyn was one of my next to the station, but man, who took the time to really just sit down and work with me and get my equipment to work and did not tell me no, or not lie to some of y'all lied to my face, but just get my equipment to work and just make sure I was hitting my goals that my warrant put out, and make sure I was hitting the goals that I put out after my warrant left. Cannot be more thankful than that. Colonel Mazzelli, oh man, Colonel Mazzelli, briefing him was probably one of the easiest things I did in my whole career. And the reason why I say that, because I briefed him for 2 years straight, and I kind of, when he came in with the understanding that I'm gonna teach people what they need to know, so they'll understand how to brief me. Plus, he was a 49ers fan, and before every briefing, he always gave me a 49er update, like, hey, because my lanyard was always a 49er lanyard, or those who know me, I changed my lanyard like every month. I changed my lanyard, but it was always a 49er lanyard, and he was always like, yeah, 49er's gonna do it. And like, when he does that, it breaks the ice. So by the time I was ready to brief him, it was like everything was copacetic, everything was good to go, and he was like, I'm good with your brief, you know. I never had I did have one bad brief with him, but we was at NTC, so that's a whole nother story. And just speaking of that too, like, going to NTC the first time as an E7, oh my God, it was so rough. Oh my God, it was so rough. Oh, one of the roughest things I did in the military was going to NTC as an E7 the first time ever. God knows, man. You don't know pain until you lived out in the woods for like 14. I don't even say woods. So you lived out in the desert for like 14 days. You know, you don't know pain. You don't know smells. You don't know how you can irritate people or how people can irritate you. The heat, the stress. Oh man, that was terrible. But it taught me a lot about myself. It taught me about how to find that deep gut to just keep going forward, regardless of how tired you are, and just how to keep your soldiers motivated when they are as tired as you and they know that you're tired too. So that's something that I learned just at NTC alone, and I went when I was at JBLM too. So that was amazing. Then back to Hawaii. Then I got my first stab at going to JRTC, and oh man, JRTC was different by itself. I didn't actually go to the box this time. My warrant went to the box, but going back again, I had another fantastic warrant. Miss Davis, Jennifer. She oh man, off what Pat Murphy showed me, she just took it to the next level. And she also turned out to be one of my best friends here on Island too, one of my family members here on Island too. But she taught me so much. She taught me so much, and she made sure I understood what I was doing. And then by the time she moved out, I ran the shop myself. And all of it, like each shop I ran, it was because I had a fantastic warrant there to lay that foundation down. All the accolades and the awards and all this stuff that people gave me, it's because of what my warrants taught me before I even went into that. So I cannot be more thankful, more blessed to have two fantastic freaking warrants. Being under two fantastic warrants who taught me so much on this geospatial world and just, you know, continuing my career. So Oh, big thanks goes out to both Pat Murphy. Big thanks also goes out to Jennifer Davis too. So they just that was freaking wonderful warrants, man, wonderful warrants. Then after that, I think I hopped over to I did a JPMRC rotation. That is one of the new things they have here in Hawaii. Hawaii, like, look, we're tired of sending stuff across the water for y'all to go to these rotations. We're gonna do one here. So I got a chance to do that, and then I also got a chance to get feedback on, you know, how to make it better. So that was always a good thing. And then I got a chance to be first sergeant over there at the 125th IEW Battalion, Alpha Company, well, Alpha Detachment at the time. I got a chance to be a first sergeant, and that was so rewarding, man. That was probably, that was the second best rewarding thing I did in my career, man. Even though I was only a first sergeant for like maybe 4 months, maybe 4 or 5 months. It was amazing. And then my commander. My commander now, she's Major Taylor now, was great. I think I know we was a fantastic team. Thank you, Sarmis Riddle, for even just giving me that chance to do that. It was amazing, man. And then moving out the first sergeant position, going into the ops, you know, the company ops position, it was great, man. It was great soldiers. It was good to get a chance to see intel soldiers at best. And this is what kind of moves into the other side that worries me. Like, we have so many soldiers in the military, right? But the military is still kind of, the military is in this kind of, I want to call it a transition phase, right? And the reason why I call it a transition phase is that the military is trying to adapt to the new generation, but everybody don't want to adapt to it, you know? So you have this battle between young and old, right? And until, like, most of the old people, like myself, get out the military, that battle is gonna always stay, right? You know, we looked at how we went back and forth on tattoo policy, right? To me, there should not be a tattoo policy. The policy should be, you can get any tattoo you want to wherever you want to get it at, long and don't break anything when it comes to, being prejudiced or sexist or anything like that. You can get any tattoo you want to, you know? And it should not be a rule about it, where you get a tattoo at, or what your tattoo should be. It should not be a rule about that. If I want to slap somebody's name, perhaps be to slap somebody's name up here. It's not going to take away from my job, you know? Not going to take away from my job. It's not going to take away from my professionalism, you know? Because people take that word in the Army, professionalism, and they just take it and they stretch it and they turn it and they make it to what they want it to be. Kind of same way people use the Bible sometimes as well. Okay. And they make it to what they want it to be, and it's not always what they want it to be. So I kind of glad the Army came back with just, you can get any tattoo you want to. You know what I'm saying? Just long and don't break those, you know, those rules. Then when it comes to, like, the haircuts, like, y'all see my hair now. I couldn't wear my hair like this at first in the military, and it took me a minute to just get used to wearing my hair like this. I used to get on my soldiers about it, like, hey, you can have an afro all you want to, just make it look neat, you know. But it is the new generation. It is the new generation. It is what gonna keep people in the military. I don't think your hair is gonna stop a bullet. You know what I'm saying? I don't think your hair is gonna stop you from going to war. You know what I'm saying? Like, your hair is something that it's your hair is you. Your hair is personality. Your hair is that little bit of thing that you can do in the military that they have no say so in somewhat, you know. But the rules are simple. Just no wild colors. And I agree with it. I should not walk into an area where soldiers work at and I see a soldier with pink hair. It just don't look right for a soldier to have pink hair in uniform. They don't even go with the uniform. But it's just things like that, or either electric green, you know. It just doesn't go like that, you know. That's why I said the military is in this transition stage right now, and the transition stage is gonna be around for a while until people learn to compromise when it comes to certain rules. Same thing with the beards, man. And people have been going back and forth with these beards, you know, especially the Master Sergeant here in Hawaii. He's been a big proponent of the Army changing rules in regards to the beard, and I agree with it. I think the rules should change on the beards, and I also believe that a leader should never tell a soldier, you're not gonna make rank because you have a beard. A beard doesn't make you professional or non-professional. If a soldier make their beard nice and neat, it should be that. It's not gonna change their professionalism. It's gonna put hair on their face. Like, at the end of the day, there is nothing right now. There's nothing in writing right now that says a soldier can't not wear a mask and it won't seal because of the hair. I haven't seen it. I haven't read it. If it's out there, please let me know. But it isn't out there. So I think it's time for the Army to make some changes. It's time to make some changes. Because if you don't start making these changes, the Army's going to dwindle and then the draft is going to come back. And then everyone's going to be mad, for real. You know? Another thing I think is that the soldiers are not dumb anymore. And I know y'all about to look at me like, what are you talking about? When I came in, a lot of soldiers did not have degrees. When I came in the 90s, so most soldiers would get out of school, join the military. Get out of school, join the military. A little bit of college, but not a lot of college, right? But now, if you look at the military now, you got a lot of soldiers who's coming in with bachelor's degrees already, and they're coming in with master's degrees already. We have to find a way to make it challenging for them. If we don't make it challenging for them, then they're gonna get out as fast as they came in, and that's the way it's gonna be. You know, promotions. We're back promoting too fast. We're back promoting way too fast. You know, I look at the Intel community because that's what I was with the last 2 years with the Intel community. And there's nothing bad about the Intel community. I love the Intel community. They showed me so much love, especially being an engineer. Especially being an engineer, they showed me so much love, and I said that, and I said it again. Especially as an engineer, the Intel community showed me so much love. They was there with open arms the whole time I was there. I know everybody don't get a chance to have that experience, but I did. I was the only 12 Yankee ever in IAW battalion. You know, got to see it from the ground up to where it is now. I got to see that. You know, and it's good to see it. And I'm a firm believer. On a side note, that 12 Yankees need to be in the IAW battalions. They don't need to be nowhere else. They need to be in them IAW battalions, you know, because that's where they need to be at. And that's gonna force the people to take care of the 12 Yankees, because I guarantee the engineers ain't. That's a whole other subject. That's a whole other subject. And I know it's so spot for some people. That's a whole other subject. But promoting too fast, right? So we promote so fast, but like, let's take the Intel community for an example. Mostly, like, when most of these soldiers get out of AIT, they go to these 3-letter agencies and they work there. They work in their little deep dark rooms, in their little closets, and their little cubicles, and they just work about them. They care about them and them only. You know, they make rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes they make 8. Then they come out and go to these IAW battalions. They're the first sergeants, they're squad leaders, they're platoon sergeants, or whatever. And then they're so lost, right? And they're so lost. And the reason because they're so lost because they never got a chance to be a leader. But then now once again, that goes back to Manning. That goes back to Branch. That goes back to stop looking at soldiers as numbers and look at soldiers as what they need to. If Private Joe been at a 3-letter agency for 3 years, he or she needs to move somewhere else to where they can go and learn how to be a leader. Because all we're doing is setting soldiers up for failure. The same way it goes to everything. If Private Joe been at the brigade for 4 or 5 years, it's time for them to go somewhere different to get some of that stress off and learn something different. And I blame you branch managers for that, because y'all not doing y'all part. And I know y'all about to say, we're stressed out, we got 100 soldiers, we tried our best, we're doing our best. Then you're not doing good enough. That's what's going to keep people in the military. That's what's going to keep people here. Manning, how we move people around the battlefield is what's going to keep people in the military. This little keep sending people to the same assignment over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So it's making people getting out. It's that challenge isn't there. That love will go away quickly. And that's what needs to change. That's why I said it's that mixed feelings bag come out. Because if it don't get fixed, it's just gonna have that same issue over and over again. But anyway, that's a whole other story by itself. That's a whole other story by itself. But that's why I said it is a mixed feeling. I am happy that I'm finally retiring. I'm medical retiring out. Got my disability already good. Got my school already set up when I get out. I got a job when I get out, you know, so I am on the right track to do great things when I get out in the military. I am so blessed. I am so happy. I'm blessed to be given the opportunity to join the military. You know, going to some of these. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. Then I'm gonna end it, because this has been going on now for it's going on for 28 minutes. This has been going on for a minute. So this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Then I'm gonna let y'all go out after this. Getting a chance to go to foreign countries, right? Since we're all in this, you know, political, election year, you know what I'm saying? Going to these foreign countries, right? and seeing how some of these people live, it makes you so thankful for what you have here in the United States. And I'm telling you nothing but the God honest truth. You go to some of these countries I've been to, Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines. Like we don't go to the tourist spots that look good. You know, we don't go to them tourist spots. We go to the places that don't look good. You know what I'm saying? It makes you so blessed of the things you have here in the United States, especially being here in Hawaii too. But it makes you blessed of the things you have in the United States. So before you start bad mouthing people running for president or running for Congress or Senate or whatever that and the third, support them. Don't bad mouth them, support them. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree with what they're saying, but at least take the time to support them. Whoever you choose to support, whether it's Donald Trump, whether it's Kamala Harris, or whoever your people are running in your countries, try to support them. And like I said, I'm sorry, one more thing. And the last thing I want to say, leaders. I don't care if you're an E5 or you're a lieutenant or you're a sergeant major in the Army. Take care of your soldiers. Your soldiers look to you for answers. They look to you for everything. And how you treat these soldiers and how you train these soldiers will determine what the Army is going to look like 10, 11 years from now. My philosophy is always this. I can't change the Army. I would never be able to change the Army as a whole. I don't have that power to change the Army. But the soldiers that was under me, all of them that was under me, if I trained them right, like I know I did, they're going to train their soldiers right. And then it's just that ripple effect is going to happen in the Army. That ripple effect is going to happen. Then the Army will slowly change. If leaders keep doing what they're supposed to do to take care of these soldiers, the Army will change. It would be what it's supposed to be. It would be the organization that it's supposed to be. We will always have our little special soldiers. They're always going to be there. But it would be what it's supposed to be. And that's what it is. Set the example. Train and train hard. We're going to war one day, people. You and I both know that. But anyway, thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to join the military. Thank you for the opportunity for spending 25 years doing something that I love. Because yes, at one point, 90% of the time, I did love my job. I did love what I do. I did love wearing the uniform. And that's never ever going to change. But that is it. People, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for the support you've given me over all this time. The content will shift a little bit, but it ain't gonna shift that bad. It's gonna shift a little bit, but not that bad. Thank you for everything, man. People, if you're new to the channel, please join the Bcray family. Some stuff is about to change up how we're gonna do stuff here, but please join the Bcray family. Get on now when you can. Get on the train now, because the train is leaving the station. We're gonna be up and running soon, but the train's leaving the station. Know for a fact that I love and appreciate every single last one of y'all. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you for everything, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.